Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Hey, you guys, be good. So anyway, I just finished feeding the dogs, and they're all laying around chewing their little chews, and it's a fun thing to watch. I mean, you really have to see it to believe it. It's just so funny. Anyway, notice that the pump system, my portable pump system, is not up there anymore. I've got it ready to go back into the garage and be secured. And right now, I'm pumping the rest of this, which is actually from that far one. I already drained what was in this one, which was a really clean one, up to the main water tank. So I've got all that water transferred that I'm going to transfer up there. The rest of it is going down here to the garden. And that's what's going on right now. And I'll show you. I've almost got the fourth tote completely filled up down here. And then there was Doggy Daddy. He's got his chew over here. So, yep, it's still pumping. And somebody was saying they hope that these things don't fall over again. Well, I've got them only about 10 inches off the ground. So if they did fall over, they're just going to be laying on a 45-degree angle. They're not going to tear off the manifold and drain out. And I've got every one of them shut off, so even if they're laying on their sides, I can still get water out of them and use that to keep going. So this one's up to here right now, which is at 900 liters, just under 250 gallons. So that one will fill up, and then I'll move the hose to the last one, and that'll get filled up because we're supposed to have more rain coming on Saturday. It's about a 70% chance. And then again on Monday, another 70% chance. So if I do get more rain, I want to have room for it. And like I said, the 4 barrels on the 4 corners of the cabin are all full too. So I'll be transferring that down here. And that's going to be 120, that would be 240 gallons. So that should fill that up to that top ring right there. And I'll have 5 completely filled water tanks down here. Then I'll fill these with any more rain I get, and that one, and that one. And then inside of the greenhouse, I've got 2 50-gallon blue barrels in there, and I'll fill those up. I usually use those just to dip my small watering can in to water small potted plants that I have for starters. So that being said and done, we got past that all right. While I'm walking up this way, I want to put a shout out thank you very much to Janice and Anthony for their generosities. I really appreciate it. And enough said about that. So the winds are starting to pick up again right now, but it did reach 64 degrees today, which was a nice day. So look at these. Huh. What's that? No, they're not giant keys. Hinges for that big heavy-duty door. He couldn't find any in the local stores, the big box stores. So this is them. And I haven't put the marine grease on them yet. So they're probably going to be squeaky marines around. I was just thinking, I had one comment that he was a Marine. He said, good one. And I was thinking, well, I can't let the Navy go without something. So I've got in my chemical locker inside of here, I've got marine grease and naval jelly. All right. Yeah, I know. I've got to do the Army too and the Air Force. Just joking around, guys. So anyway, these are the hinges. I finished them up today. Got my pieces welded on both sides here. Welded and welded. And if you want to know how this was all made, this is 4-inch wide plate steel I got from the neighbor who these are going to. I didn't have any plate steel around. So I've got it drilled for all the holes for all of the bolts that are going to go through the door and hold this door on. And he says, what if somebody takes the bolts out? I said, if they are stupid enough to take all the bolts out of a 300-pound door, it's going to fall right on top of them, and you'll find them there in the morning, so you'll know who it was that did it. Idiots. So anyway, yeah, this is it. And as you can see, they will come apart right there. And that's the part that's going to be greased. And he asked about them being lifting off the hinges because they come out like that. And I said, well, you can't lift them off the hinges because the door is closed. It's inside of a frame. It can't go up. It can't go side to side, and it can't go down. It's going to stay right there in the middle. So the only thing I usually do when I'm using heavy-duty hinges like this is I'll put a couple of small holes, like 1, 2, 3, in the arms of the hinge. So when I align them on the door, to hold them in place, I just put a couple of small nails in there, what they call Tico nails. And that'll hold the hinge right where it's got to be while you drill the holes and put the bolts in. Anyway, those are the heavy-duty hinges I did. Here's the portable unit that's going to get put away here in a little while as soon as I close off this video. And my neighbor did bring me this motor. Looks like it came from an air conditioning blower motor. It's a 240 volt unit. It's got a red, black, and a white. But I don't really have a need for a 240 volt motor, but I can take it apart and unwind the windings, and I can use that copper wire for some of my experiments. So he also brought me this garden tool holder, which is a joke. He says it doesn't hold anything, they fall right out. But that's okay. I'll figure out something to use it for. And then his joke was, he says, I give you $100 up front. It's shredded, I don't think it's real money. I think it's shredded play money. But funny guy. Yeah, funny guy. He's a fun guy. You mushroom? He also brought me this, and I traded it for a complete unit with the base and everything on it. That's what he's going to put on the roof of the pump shed, because he's going to be running a generator inside there and needs the air. And he also has some small screens that will go along the outer bottom wall all the way around to let air in, so that the generator won't stall out from carbon monoxide. But he won't be running it without the door open anyway, but just in case, a little extra air flow in there would be a good thing. So that's about it, everybody. I want to thank you all. Let's see. I actually made a list here. So let me see if I covered everything on the list. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. It's also Ash Wednesday for you Catholics and Christians. And today was 64 degrees and 15-mile-per-hour winds. So it seems to be calming down a little bit, and it's going to be time to go inside and sit down and relax and have my supper and get a good night's sleep and get ready to do it all over again tomorrow. This is G Bear, thanking you for joining me and signing off.